In this video we're going to be solving ratio problems. So here is the first problem we're going to solve. We have some juice, 100 ml of pure juice and 900 ml of water. Part A says the ratio, what is the ratio of pure juice to water? So firstly we write the labels, a juice to water with a colon there in between, and input the numbers. So 100 parts of juice to 900 parts of water. These are the same units, left and right, so we don't have to do any conversions. We're just simplifying here by dividing left and right by a number, in this case number 10, to get a 1 part of juice to 9 parts of water. The second part, part B, is simply the opposite, so water to juice, so we can simply swap the numbers over. We always write the labels to our ratios so we know which part is which. Here we have another question. A rope is cut into sections so that the resulting lengths are at a ratio of 1 to 2. So the second bit of rope is twice as long as the first. In part A we're asked to express the length of the shorter piece of rope as a fraction of the total length of rope. Now I'm just drawing the bit of rope here just as an example. We have the first part and the second part of the rope, which is twice as long as the first. So we firstly write down the ratio, and if we add the left hand side and the right hand side up, we get the total number of parts, so 3 parts. And we know that the first part of the ratio is 1 part, so 1 times 1 over 3 is the fraction there of the shorter piece, and 2 over the total, which is 3 parts, is the longer piece. So 2/3 of the rope is the longer length and 1/3 is the shorter. We can check that this is the case by adding up the parts. 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3/3, which is 1 whole or 1 full piece of rope. In this question we're asked to simplify each ratio. To simplify a ratio we divide the left and right by the same number. So in this case 2 on the left and 2 on the right, divide that through and we get 1 to 2. Here we're dividing by 4 left and right to get a ratio of 3 to 1. In this question here we need to write down the ratio of the number of CDs to the number of DVDs. Firstly write down the labels, then put the numbers in, then we simplify left and right by dividing through by the same number left and right. In this case I divided through by 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So we get 9 to 20 CDs to DVDs. In this problem we have a total of 24 people in a class, and we want the ratio of the boys to girls is 3 to 5. And the question asks us to how many boys and girls are there. So we write down what information we have been given. Then we use that information to solve the problem. So if we add up the ratio, left and right, left hand side plus right hand side, that gives us the total number of parts, 8. And we know the total number of children, so the total divided by the total number of parts will give us how many children per part. And we know there are 3 boys per part, so 3 times 3 is 9. So there's 9 boys there. And the second right hand side of the ratio is 5. So 5 times the 3 gives us 15 girls. We can check that this is correct. 9 plus 15 should give us the total number of children, which is 24. The next question here, we have a piece of string. We're given the total length of that string and we're given a ratio there. This time 3 equal 3 parts. So the first part is 2 parts to 3 parts to 6 parts. So the first part is the shortest one, the next one is the next longest, and the next one is the longest. So if we add up the ratio, each part, 2 plus 3 plus 6, that gives us the total number of parts, and divide the number of parts by the total length, 23, so that 23, take our first part of the ratio, 2 times 23, the length of the first part, left hand side of the ratio there is 46, 3 times 23 is 69, and 6 times 23 is 138. So that is the length of each part in that ratio. We can check that if we add up all the sections, it should equal the total length. The final problem here, $5,200 divided between two friends in a ratio of 8:5. We want to find the difference between the sums they received. So we firstly need to work out how much each person received. So once again, we add the components, the ratio components up. 8 plus 5 is 13. So that there are 13 parts. Divide the total divided by the number of parts will give us the dollars per part. So 8 times 400 will give us the amount for the first friend gets is $3,200. The second friend will get 5 parts, so 5 times 400 is 2,000. The question says, what is the difference? So we simply subtract the two. So 3,200 take away 2,000 is 1,200, and that is the difference.